Hello, everyone, and welcome to our presentation on legal basics for beginners. Today, we are going to break down some fundamental concepts in law that are essential for understanding how society operates under a structured legal system. Whether you are a student, professional, or simply curious about the basics of law, this video will guide you through three important areas. First, we'll explore what law is, why it exists, and the purpose it serves in society. Then we'll dive into the difference between civil law and criminal law. So we'll have the information regarding these two branches that deal with different kinds of cases and have different goals and outcomes. Finally, we'll take a look at how the Indian judicial system is organized from the highest authority, the Supreme Court, all the way down to local courts. By the end of this video, you will have a foundational understanding of these concepts and how they work together to promote order, protect rights, and ensure justice for all. So let's get started with the basics and take a closer look at what law really is and why it's so important. So let's start with the fundamental question, what is law? At its core, law is a system of rules established by society to guide and regulate behavior. These rules set expectations for how people should act and interact within community, ensuring a sense of structure and predictability. The purpose of law is threefold. First, it helps maintain order, allowing society to function smoothly by preventing chaos and conflict. Second, it provides a formal way to resolve disputes, a critical function that helps people settle disagreements fairly and peacefully. Finally, law promotes justice by upholding fairness and accountability, making sure that everyone's rights are protected and that wrongdoers are held responsible. In a sense, law is the framework that helps to create a safe, fair, and organized society. Now we'll take a closer look at what is civil law and what is criminal law. So basically, civil law deals with private disputes between individuals or organizations. Some common examples are contract disputes. For instance, if one party fails to fulfill their obligations in a business agreement, uh, what we call it as breach of contract. Then we have civil law also covers property issues such as disagreements over ownership or boundaries and family disputes like divorce or child custody matters. The goal in civil law is not punishment. Instead, it's about reaching a fair resolution or providing compensation to the affected party. For instance, if someone suffers a financial loss because of the breach of contract, the court may order the responsible party to compensate them for that loss. Overall, the civil law seeks to restore balance between parties by addressing individual rights and responsibilities. Now, let's dive into criminal law and its purpose. Criminal law deals with actions that are considered offenses against society, even if they involve individual victims. Examples include crimes like theft, where someone unlawfully takes another person's property, assault, where one person physically harms another, and fraud, where someone deceives others for personal gain. The primary goal of criminal law is twofold: punishment and public protection. Unlike civil law, where the focus is on resolving disputes, criminal law aims to hold offenders accountable and deter future crimes. Punishments can vary, including fines, community service, or imprisonment, depending on the severity of the crime. By enforcing these consequences, criminal law protects society by removing dangerous individuals from public and discouraging others from committing similar offenses. So, there are some examples of civil law. It includes contract, property disputes, family disputes, etc. And the primary goal of civil law is compensation or resolution between individuals, whereas in criminal law, examples include theft, assault, and fraud. and the goal is punishment and public protection. Now, let's take a look at the structure of Indian judicial system, which is organized into three main levels. At the top, we have Supreme Court, the highest court in the country, and the final deciding authority on legal matters. It hears important cases, including those related to constitutional issues, and provides definitive interpretations of the law. Next are the high courts, which operate at the state or union territory level. Each state has its own high court, which handles appeals from the lower courts and ensures that justice is consistently applied within its jurisdiction. Finally, we have district court and lower courts, which serve as the entry point for most cases. These courts handle the majority of civil and criminal matters at the local level, making justice accessible to individuals across the country. Together, these levels work to ensure fair access to justice for all citizens by providing multiple levels of review and appeal. The Indian judicial system allows for thorough examination of cases and helps uphold the principles of fairness and equity. To sum up, we have covered the basis of law, its purpose, and how it's structured in India. We began by defining law as a system of rules designed to regulate society. The main purposes of law are to maintain order, provide a way to resolve disputes, protect individual rights, and promote justice. We then looked at difference between civil law and criminal law. Civil law focuses on resolving private disputes between individuals or organizations, often through compensation or fair resolution. Criminal law, on the other hand, addresses actions that are offenses against society, focusing on punishment to protect the public and deter future crimes. Finally, we explored the Indian judicial system. This system is structured in three levels: the Supreme Court, High Court, and the district or lower courts, each playing the unique role in providing fair access to justice across the country. This hierarchy ensures that cases are reviewed thoroughly, offering multiple avenues for appeal and fairness. Together, these elements form the backbone of India's legal system, ensuring that rights are protected, justice is accessible, and society remains orderly and safe. Thank you so much for your attention today.